Are you overwhelmed by the amount of social media platforms that are out there? Outside of like just the big three and kind of the big five, I guess?
Yeah.
Not sure which one is right for you? Stay tuned, we're going to talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We are High Season, a social media agency that works with business owners, entrepreneurs, and marketers to help them step their social media game up and break the algorithm. All right.
Social media Q&A, number 3, third time round, guys. This is fun. We have a question from 2 individuals today, from both Zach and Patrick via Facebook. Now, Zach asks, how would you rank all of the social networks in order of importance? And Patrick asks for general overviews for the best success on each of the big channels and what kinds of content work best on each platform. So what we decided to do was combine those questions and actually run through each platform and just put our thoughts out there for the best practices, best type of content, and why you would want to use that platform.
Cool. All right, so let's start with,
well,
first of all, the question of ranking.
Yes.
The platforms aren't ranked in any significant order. It depends on your business.
Yeah.
So the value of a platform depends on the type of business you have and the message you want to send. What matters is being where your customers are.
Yes.
So when deciding, all right, where should I be focusing the majority of my strategy? Find out where your customers are. That's exactly the place that you want to be focusing your strategy on.
100%.
So let's dive into the platforms.
All right, first up, the bad boy Instagram. So
remember when it used to be Facebook?
Right?
That's just funny, because it's just really funny, because Facebook
Like,
used to be
that's the only one that
and
matters,
Facebook
yeah.
is the one with the 2 billion, but you're like the bad boy, the big one.
Yeah.
Good purchase, Mark. Good purchase, Mark.
He did well. Yeah, man. If they held out, Kevin never held out. Now he doesn't have a job. Now he just left.
Yeah, true.
Craziness. So Instagram is the fastest growing and arguably the most important social network out there right now.
Yep.
Everybody is on it. It's they have more than 1 billion users, I believe, now
Yep.
at this point. Why would you want to use Instagram? Well, Instagram is a visual network specifically for visuals, now videos and photos, as well as the disappearing content with the stories.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I can't really think of anybody who doesn't need to be on there, even if you're something a bit more bland, like an accountant firm or something that's sort of not necessarily a visual thing. You could that's the word. You can make it work. So
for accountants.
We've brought it up a few times.
I know.
It's just like it's the most boring thing I can think of. Sorry, I love our accountants.
Sorry, our accountants are great.
Shout out to y'all.
Sorry, guys.
There's ways to do it. So basically, everybody should really be on there because everybody from the younger audiences all the way to the older ones. I'd say there's less skewed towards the older, definitely more of sort of
when you look at like the most active, we're hitting like 45 at the top end for Instagram. Yeah. But in the end, that demographic's there. It's still an older demographic that you could be selling to.
Yes.
And I agree. Yeah, it's so visual. There's always ways to create visual content for your brand.
Yep.
So yeah, it's worth being on, especially being the fastest growing. It's like 1 billion people that you could be connecting with. Obviously you're not going to get all billion.
Of course.
But you never know. There's a group of people there that you can be connecting with, and it's a growing platform, so you can grow with it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the 3 ones that I would personally say that every business should have.
Yeah.
At least have the handle.
Yeah.
For.
It's possible. You just have to be creative. And I guess in terms of what type of content does best, because I think that's what the gentleman asked.
Yes.
It's going to be photos, video, the disappearing content, and really playing with Instagram stories and all the cool stickers and features that you can. If you're ever stuck, go on Instagram stories, just behind the scenes, polls, stickers,
I'm
questions.
I'm going to stop you there because we just did a video on that.
Actually, you can watch our video on that.
Which is called
How to increase your engagement
on Instagram.
Yeah.
So basically,
we'll
you watch
that
that.
below.
That's exactly what Tiff is saying in much more detail.
Yeah. Second platform we're going to run through is Facebook, the one that basically really started it all.
Pretty much.
You know, like that's the
MySpace, Friends started it all.
That's not really like that exists, but it's not really like
MySpace was
starting it.
Like
Facebook revolutionized the way that I didn't even think MySpace was considered social media then. It was considered like microsites that everyone had or something. I don't think that was
that is
social
kind of
media
a good
network.
point.
Yeah. So Facebook, the behemoth, the one with everybody, has a lot of controversy. We know, still works. 2 billion people, over 2 billion people on that platform.
A lot of humans.
What type of content works best in Facebook? So if you're not aware, Facebook is actually prioritizing personal content and personal connections and relationships. So that technically is the best content, but when we're looking at it in a business sense, Facebook is great for driving traffic.
Yes.
Which comes with having an ad budget.
Yep.
A lot of things when we're looking at Facebook and business, it's going to revolve around putting some money up.
Yeah.
So if you do have money, Facebook is a great place to drive traffic to get people into your sales cycle or get them into your ecosystem. Some other content that performs very well, native videos.
Yes.
So Facebook is trying to take on YouTube. So what they're doing is prioritizing native video content. So if you are creating video content, you should be creating video content. I think everyone can.
Yes.
Upload that. Everyone has a phone.
Yep.
But also everyone has something interesting to say or their own special expertise that can make you be a thought leader in your industry. Facebook is a really cool opportunity to upload native video there, and you can see they're really pushing it because they have watch parties going on now. They have the premieres, which is something YouTube has too. So like you can invite a bunch of people to kind of watch your video at the same time, and it's like premiered to your audience.
Yeah.
So in their quest to take down YouTube, they're pushing that. So you always want to kind of lean in towards where a company's prioritizing, and native video is very good for that.
Posting links. I feel like when you share articles, blog posts, if you're writing blog posts, always share them on Facebook, always do well. And just images in general from across our clients and our personal pages. I find that just images are so consistent.
And Facebook's kind of like a website in a way, so just make sure that your page is optimized because it is still searchable. So it's really about optimizing, being consistent there, and really if you really want to see some traction is putting aside an ad budget to break through the algorithm and get certain key pieces of content in front of the right people.
That's it. And it's also the second one that we would recommend that every business have a Facebook page. Whether you use it or not, just have it because you probably should be using that. All right, number 3, Twitter. So Twitter is also the third one where we believe that everybody should have a Twitter handle. So Twitter has had one of the greatest resurgences of any of the networks. We did a video on this earlier on.
Yeah, we'll link it below.
We'll link that there. So Twitter has around 350 monthly active users, I believe. And it's not really like growing, but it's like it's got its thing now, and it's really got its niche. And like personally, I guess like for both of us, it's our favorite network. Yeah, personally,
Twitter.
If I'm gonna go open my phone, I'm going straight to Twitter.
Yeah.
So the type of content that works well on Twitter, definitely snappy updates, something witty, something like sort of particularly for brands. Like if you can say something like clever that can engage people, that's perfect. It's informational. If you're closing for the afternoon or there's something actually happening in your business, that is a great place to put that there. Twitter has native video. Unfortunately, the length is only 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Shorter videos anyway are certainly pretty good. Instagram has 1 minute, so Twitter's 2:20, so you can do something a little longer. Images work really, really well.
Conversations.
Always, it's a place for conversation.
Yeah, it's a place for conversation. So that's like where you're gonna really build those connections with your customers, talking to people, and like kind of get that fun community. There are a lot of brands killing it in that area. We have a lot of fun with some of our clients on Twitter. It kind of depends on your brand, but really getting that like fun rapport. You get a really cool opportunity to build like a fun rapport and be a bit more like ridiculous. It's not so crafted and curated. It's a bit more spontaneous. And I feel like there's a way to schedule kind of more informational posts, but then jump in and be fun with a lot of stuff as well 100%. On Twitter.
One thing about Twitter as well, it tends to be the place where people go to complain.
Yes.
And it might sound like not a good thing, but it's the single largest opportunity for any company, I would argue, because it's the one place where you can, if they're going to complain, whether they at you or not, you can search. That's what we do for our clients as well. Search for our clients' brands, jump in on conversations, whether they're complaining, whether it's positive, either way. It's like a surprise and delight type of thing. If they're just like, oh, this company didn't do this right or whatever, you can jump in, I'm so sorry about that, shoot us a DM or contact us here and we'll be able to fix it for you. And then they're like, whoa. And 9 times out of 10, it turns a detractor into a promoter. NPS, people know what's up with that. And that's by far, I think, the most valuable things. Also, polls are really, really good. So it's similar. Instagram has a great poll function for the stories that we've spoken about before. And I really, really like the Twitter polls. I think they do fantastic. And Twitter ads are some of the cheapest, underpriced ads on social media right now, so something to consider. That's it for Twitter.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up is Pinterest. Pinterest is actually often overlooked, but they have a huge following on there, particularly female following. Yeah. So we would say Pinterest is essential for anyone in any like visual based industries or anything that's very pretty, aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. We would say fashion, cooking actually as well.
Yeah, actual recipes, not just
recipes,
food,
so not just the food, but not just taking pictures of my lunch today, like legit recipes.
That's for sure.
Interior design, fashion, food, retail. I guess retail and anything, like anything retail based. Travel is very big on there, and then like wedding and bridal. And again, we're kind of putting it in a female specific category, or people who enjoy type of DIY how to. type of thing, and that's why Pinterest works so well.
Yeah.
So Pinterest really is where people go to get all the inspiration, right? So Pinterest, interest, I'm assuming that's kind of like where the name is. So you pin the things that you love. People actually go to stores or looking up their Pinterest for inspiration when they're shopping and trying to pull certain things. If you have a demographic that is skewing on the female side and you want to make sure that you're able to drive traffic to your page, Pinterest is so fantastic for that. We highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Again, you want to be using really great high quality images. You cannot play around on Pinterest. It's very beautiful, very visual. Your content has to be aesthetically pleasing, but it is a great opportunity to hit that female demographic. It's really heavily skewed. Don't count it out. So, yeah.
Alrighty, next up, YouTube, which is likely where you're watching this right now. YouTube isn't for everybody. It is for video content clearly, but high quality video content. If you want the smaller, faster, phone-based stuff, that's for Instagram and other platforms. YouTube is where people come to learn things, where they come to be entertained. I would say more people, like these days, if we want to know how to do something, what do we do?
Always go to YouTube.
Straight to YouTube.
Basically, YouTube is great for you if you have information to share.
Yes.
So that can be across any platforms. Accountants, we weren't so kind earlier. This is a great place for you. You could be sharing so much financial information there. I believe Zach is from MTL Contractors, so it's like a contracting company. That would be so useful for the DIY category. So if anybody wants to know, like, what are the best tools to do XYZ? Sorry, Zach, we don't know anything. But how to do this, how to install drywall.
Yeah, there you go.
That could be something.
There you go.
Great opportunity to showcase videos. Those are actual keywords that people are typing in, which makes you rank.
Yeah.
So you'll notice our videos are how to do XYZ. Should you do XYZ? We're doing that for a reason. Those are ranking keywords that are drawing people to our page.
That's it. And another thing on that, they're evergreen, a lot of that content.
Yes.
Evergreen means like the trees, it means it never dies.
Yeah.
Never dies out. And
Drywall
never,
always has to be installed.
That's it.
Yeah.
How some of the social media stuff, because social media changes a lot, it's a little harder for us, but there are certain things that just don't change, that haven't changed in more than a decade for social media.
Yeah.
And that is evergreen content. That are things that people are going to want to be searching continually, and then you'll continue to rank for those things. So if you can provide value, like you were saying, definitely make those videos and put it out, and you'll reap the benefits of that little bit of work in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
YouTube would be for most businesses, but it's I would say out of all of the social media, it would be by far the most labor and time intensive.
Yes.
Something that was difficult for us at first, but it was a learning curve.
Took us a long time to start.
Yeah,
I had to learn how to use Final Cut Pro.
Yep, and now you're a champ at it. You've got your workflows down. We know how to do it. We had to learn how to use the cameras. We had to, invest thousands of dollars into this, and now we re-up because we've been doing it so long from the podcast, the BOS podcast stuff, and then that merged into high season around the same time because that's why we got the camera, and then we just had to figure it out. And 4 years later, we know what we're doing. Yeah. It didn't take 4 years, but it did take a solid year or two to get
into the swing of things.
Yeah, and to have all the stuff you need. So something to think about.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
That is actually a big one, but it depends on the category that you're in.
Yes.
LinkedIn is great for those B2B connections. So LinkedIn is a business-to-business platform. It's where people either connect when they're looking for jobs or when they're looking to just grow their network, and when they're looking to find certain professionals. So for example, if you are an accountant, again, I'm just going to keep using accountants. People might be looking for accountants in Montreal, there are accountants in Toronto, and they'll be able to find that by searching in LinkedIn. You could really get pretty deep looking for the exact type of person you want on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So if you are in a B2B business like we are, it's important to have a presence there because you could actually be found. There are lead generation opportunities there. They're really pushing the ad platform as well.
Yes.
So I find the ads to be a bit more expensive there, but it depends what you're looking for. Like for us, if we were looking to market our business to sports owners in Vancouver, we could actually do that on LinkedIn.
Right.
And we know that there's a large professional database there. So it has its value, but it also, again, depends what you are. So there's no ranking. It just depends. If B2B was your number one, LinkedIn could be your number one.
That's it. I don't have anything else to add on that one.
Pretty straightforward.
I think it's more, you should always have a company page on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Regardless. And as an individual, you should probably do that. This is the great function that we use personally when we write a blog post for high season. If you write it, you put it on your LinkedIn. If I write it, I put it on my LinkedIn. So that's another way just to spread that information natively on LinkedIn, and people really engage with that.
Yeah.
All right, last network we're going to talk about today is Snapchat. Basically, this one, if you are not trying to get the tween market, then I don't really know why you would bother.
We should call this Snapchat /TikTok.
Okay.
Because those are the two platforms
That all the kids are...
that all the children are on. That's
like
what the kids
children.
are on.
Yeah.
So if you are marketing and your demographic is 13 to 17, you definitely want to be on that platform and you want to be like doubling down on them because the kids are active.
Can you just explain what TikTok is to people?
So TikTok is formerly Musical.ly or Musically. I don't even know how it's ever pronounced in the end. But it's like where kids are going to create like music, fun dancing type videos
like
and stuff like that. Miming to music videos and just I think it's surpassed music videos now and they're just like doing little skits.
It's kind of like
Vine.
It's
actually like
but
Vine.
It's
like their version of Vine again or something,
but
it doesn't repeat itself in that way. So yeah, the kids are having a blast on it.
And Snapchat pioneered the disappearing content, which now Instagram stories not only everyone stole it and they took over. I find it just redundant for us, and you can't see your statistics, so it's hard to know what you can see the open rate.
Insights,
you don't know how many followers you have. You can't be discovered that easy. They tried to fix that, but it's just not where it needs to be. So I wouldn't, unless like Tiff said, unless your business is specifically marketing at that real 13 to 17. I wouldn't really bother with it.
Yeah.
And TikTok would be the same.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for submitting your questions. We love them. Keep them coming.
Love it. And if you have a question, feel free to drop it in the comment below on any of our videos or shoot us a message on any of the social media, which Tiff is going to tell you in a second.
If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Hit subscribe below. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos from us. You can follow us everywhere at High Season Co. And our website is highseasonco.com.
I hope that's right.
I think you're pretty good.
It
I'll adjust it to make it right.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Until next time.
Peace.